Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the den. It's great to have you back here. I hope you're having a very nice day today. I'm really ready for a shave. Got some nice items to share with you. And I'm just putting on a little bit of my Proraso white pre-shave. And we can leave that to settle for a few moments while I talk to you and tell you about the rest of the shave. Here's my little towel. So I'm going to be using a soap by Moon Soaps, and it is old school. I was going to use Trade Winds, but I've been having a massive tidy up, guys. I put it to one side and I do not know what I've done with it. I've turned the house upside down and inside out. I can't find Trade Winds, so we're going with old school. And I'm going to be using today, as the soap is now old school, we're going to go old school with a vintage rubber set 203 with the bore bristle knot, and I've had that just soaking in a drop of water in the Lather Master from the Byron shaving company, which has kindly, among many other items, been sent to me to have a look at by John Leitch. So looking forward to using this one. So you can see it has got the rubber insert. Now this is a moulded silicone rubber insert. I know when I did the unboxing and the Gifts of Friendship video, I think I said it was neoprene, and honestly guys, I do not know whether that is the same thing or not, but in actual fact John describes it as moulded silicone rubber held in place by a neoprene magnet. One thing I notice about this bowl, stainless steel bowl, there's no ring to it because of that moulded rubber. If I take that out, you will hear that it rings. So the rubber insert quietens the bowl edge, which I like already. Now I'm going to got some loose bits of soap here that I'm going to just take off the surface. And I will squash those in and around the bottom of the bowl. There we are, like that. And I'm just going to put a few drops of water on there and let that sit just for a moment. We'll squeeze the knot out of the brush. So we're not going into the soap with a soaking wet knot. There we are. Put that up there. Now, the razor I am using today is on loan from Byron, and it is the Occam razor. I've got this on a number 3 plate, so the more aggressive plate, and in that I've found a couple of these blades from tryablade.com, and this one is a Feather Pro Light blade. To me it just looks the same as a Pro, but it is apparently a Pro Light, so we'll have a go with that today. And once I've had a shave with this and cleaned it up, I can get that back to Brian. It's been wonderful to borrow this. I've really been enjoying it, guys. A nice razor. Now, I've just tipped that drop of water into my brush and let that run through. There we are, and we will start to lather just using the tips of the brush. And we'll just try to get some of that soap working. Now this is a smaller bowl than I'm used to. Not so much across the top. It has a 5-inch diameter there. But it narrows towards the bottom, and that is particularly the part that is smaller than I'm used to. So I'll be very interested to use this. I'm going to just add a drop of water, just a very little drop of water, drop more, and then I'm going to start to work the brush in a circular motion, but pressing the brush a little bit more onto the raised dome at the bottom, the turbo dome. And then I'll just pick some of that lather up from the sides, add a drop more water, and I don't need to keep doing that up there, do I? It's what is nice about this bowl, there we are, that's quite good. You can see it without me holding it right up in the air. What is nice about this bowl is the grip on the bottom. I find that very comfortable indeed. I do like that because of the rubber, I'm not hitting the edge of the bowl. I think that's very good. Now, I didn't think I put much soap in here, but I can tell you that the lather so far is very thick and unctuous, and does need some water, so we will do that. Getting a very nice shiny lather. You can see that without the camera whiting out. Now I'm just going to take this off the sides. Yeah, there we go. The only thing with this camera is that as soon as I hold anything white up to it, it completely changes. But that is a nice bowl to use. You can see that although I was splaying the knot over the turbo boost or the lather dome, sorry guys, I am rubbish at remembering names. But despite that, I haven't driven the soap over the top of the bowl, which is nice. Now I'm just going to put that down there, and I'll rinse my face again. Get a drop of water onto my skin, and tell you that the old school soap from Moon Soaps is a hint of tobacco, notes of tobacco over vetiver, leather, mahogany and sweet vanilla. Certainly getting some of that sweetness and some of that tobacco. Very nice opening notes. So there we go, that is my first use with the Lather Master. I'm going to be using this one for a little while, I think. I'm going to really try and get used to this. But certainly I've got loads of soap here. And in fact, I'm just going to add a drop of water to that and smooth it out a little bit more. Now, Moon Soaps are a tallow-based soap. Yoo-hoo! Say all you guys that like a bit of tallow. There we are, we'll put that up there. Here we go. This does not feel super aggressive. On setting 3, I have used this on this setting before with a Feather Professional blade. This blade definitely feels a little bit different. I find that on setting 3, can you hear that, guys? That was certainly taking it off. On setting 3 sometimes it's not as smooth as setting 2 or setting 1, but a lot of that depends on getting the angle right and it feels sometimes as if I need to feel a little bit of extra pressure, as if I need to push the razor a bit more against the skin. Initially on these on this higher setting plate. I'll tell you what, that's a very nice first pass. Yeah, not bad at all. I can tell you I've got lots of slickness from this soap. Now let's take a little bit more soap out of the bowl. And I think I'm going to go for a 2-pass shave today. Now this video will go out on Monday. And then the following Monday, I'm going to use a straight razor again for you guys that like a bit of straight razor action. Well, that's a nice bowl. I've got to say, I like that. It'll take me a little while to get used to the individuality of the bowl, if that's the right word, but certainly I've got enough lather for 2 passes, plenty in my brush, and a little bit more that I can eke out of the bowl. And in fact, as is usual, I never seem to get all the soap off the bottom, not quite, so plenty there. I love the idea that it's got this silicone rubber insert that I can take it out and clean that when I want to. It works very well with the little pre-molded sort of squares on there to create a lather. I like that it deadens the sound of the bowl, and I also like that the bowl does that, because if I was catching the edge of the bowl with my brush and it was going ding, 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 it would annoy me. So that is great. That's my first try, pleased with that. Watch this space. I don't know if you can hear that, guys, but God, it's singing loudly. You know, when it sings like that, I'm never quite sure whether I'm taking off hair or skin. And although I say that jokingly, it's something to consider. You know, if your razor is making a singing, they call it singing, if your razor is making a sound like it's taking lots of hair off, just be careful not to overdo it. Especially if you've got a razor with a positive aspect to the blade. In other words, the blade sticks out past the imagined line between the guard and the top cap, thus making the razor more aggressive and more effective. You old timers, you'll know that, of course, but anyone that is new might still be thinking, oh my God, I've got loads of hair to take off. I may just end up with a little bit of razor burn later, so just be careful of that, fellas. I think in this case I was just taking off hair. I've not got there. I'm just going to get those areas there with add a drop more water. Get that slickness going again, and we will just go. There we go, that's it. That's it. Well, this Occam's single edged razor was just a lovely razor to try. So Brian, thank you very much for sending that out to me to borrow. I will clean that up and get it back to you. I've really enjoyed that one, guys. It's fantastic being able to borrow a razor now and again. Especially ones that, you know, not necessarily still made anymore. Now guys, I can tell you, I've not had a bad shave at all. For me, the most effective shave seemed to be 3 passes on the #1 plate. I mean, I've had a super shave. I've definitely missed bits around my chin there. So yeah, my favourite and my best shave was 3 passes with the #1 plate, definitely. Very, very nice. Now, I'm just going to rinse a bit more. What I do feel with the old school soap from Moon Soaps, it feels very moisturising. Yeah, right now I'm going to use a Bart's Balm. I'm going to use Ben Vorlich because I like the scent on this one. And I feel it will just go with, whoop, there we go, with this old school scented soap. The scent notes weren't too similar. Oh, yeah, I can feel that stinging a bit here now. So yes, a close shave. There we are, guys. I can go and put my feet up and relax for the rest of the afternoon. I've done my duty today. I've cut my own hair, had a shower, I've had a shave. I'm ready to relax, and I hope you guys are able to do that too. Thanks for joining me today. Take good care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye bye now.